There is a friend you used to talk to every single day. Now you can't remember the last time you texted. You didn't fight, nothing broke, you just stopped. And if that thought makes your chest tighten a little, good. Because the reason this keeps happening to almost everyone is far stranger than life got busy. Your brain is running a math equation right now. You didn't design it, you can't see it. But it's been quietly deciding who counts as close to you and who gets pushed to the edge. And most people never realize the rules until a friendship has already faded past the point of an easy text. Here's the equation. When you were a kid, closeness was free. You sat next to the same classmates for years. Recess, lunch, group projects. You didn't build those friendships. Proximity built them for you hour after hour without you lifting a finger. Then you became an adult. And that machine switched off. No one assigns you a seat next to the same 20 people anymore. If you want closeness now, you have to manufacture it yourself. In a life that's already full of a job, a commute, maybe a partner, maybe kids screaming for snacks. So how much manufacturing does it actually take? Communication researcher Jeffrey Hall at the University of Kansas put a number on it. He tracked strangers becoming friends and found it takes about 50 hours together just to become casual friends, 90 hours to become real friends, over 200 hours before someone becomes a person you'd call in a crisis at 2 a.m. 200 hours. That's not 5 coffee dates. That's a part-time job's worth of time spent on one person. As a kid, school handed you those hours for free. As an adult, you have to steal them from a schedule that's already screaming for more than it has. So the hours shrink. And when the hours shrink, your brain does something most people never expect. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent his career studying how many close relationships a human being can actually hold. His famous number is 150 total connections, but inside that number he found something sharper. About 15 people you'd call good friends, 5 in your true inner circle. Here's the part that stings. That inner circle isn't fixed. It's not a list you write once. It updates constantly, silently, based on one single variable: contact. Not love, not history. Contact. The people you talk to most rise toward the center. The people you talk to less quietly get pushed outward, even if you love them exactly as much as you did 5 years ago. Read that again. You don't lose closeness because the relationship broke. You lose it because the contact stopped, and your brain reclassified them without asking your permission. Your brain isn't punishing you, it's protecting you. It only has so much social bandwidth, and it spends that bandwidth on whoever shows up in your life today. That's usually a partner, a new coworker, the parent you see every morning at drop-off. The college friend across the country loses the bid, not because they matter less, but because they're invisible to the algorithm running your attention. So why does adulthood hit this so much harder than any other stage of life? Because adulthood strips away the systems that used to build closeness for you automatically, while piling on new relationships that demand your time by force. A partner needs you. A child needs you. A boss needs you. Every one of them is bidding for the exact same hours that used to flow effortlessly toward friendship. Communication scholar William Rollins spent decades studying this exact collapse. His conclusion was blunt. Adult friendship is no longer maintained by circumstance. It survives only by choice. Somebody has to pick it, on purpose, again and again, against everything else pulling at that same hour. And here's the twist almost nobody sees coming. The friendships that fade are often not the weak ones. They're some of the strongest ones you've ever had. They didn't die because the bond was thin. They died because nobody happened to send the first message at the right moment, and then too much silence passed, and reaching out started to feel like walking into a room after everyone already left. That feeling is a lie. Research on rekindled contact shows the opposite of what your brain predicts. Most people, when an old friend finally texts after months of silence, don't feel resentment. They feel relief. Someone else was thinking about them too. So look at your phone right now. There's a name in there you haven't opened in a while. A person who used to feel like family before life quietly rerouted your attention somewhere else. They are not gone. They are not upset. They're simply sitting in the folder your brain stopped checking. And the wildest part of this entire equation is how little it takes to reopen it. Not 200 hours, not a grand gesture, one message, 5 minutes on the phone, a meme sent at midnight. Small, repeated contact is what pulls someone back from the edge of your circle toward the center of it. There is a friend you used to talk to every single day. You still can.